In this lesson, we'll set up our camera and our timeline in preparation for our broadcast piece. So here's all of our letters. So now what I want to do is create a special camera that we can use to actually work through. So right now we're just working through our perspective view. I want to create an actual camera that we can use. So to create the initial camera, we can come up here and you can see this command group here for cameras, add camera objects. So we'll go ahead and drop a camera in. The camera is actually dropped in just where our perspective is. So if we move our perspective, you can see there was our camera, the same spot. So I want to actually look through the camera. So first let's go ahead and rename it something meaningful or more meaningful. So we'll say shot camera. There we go. And then under cameras, we can say use shot camera. Now I want to also take the focal length down. So let me take it down to 18, 17 or 18, and then I'll dolly in towards the letters. I'll stay kind of just above the grid, okay? And just get in so the letters sort of fill the screen, okay? And we can modify this if we want to, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it maybe right about there. And now I want to be able to come back to this camera, so I'm just going to key the coordinates. So to do that real quickly, I'm just going to hold down Control and click on the little buttons next to position and rotation. So Control click on these three values. We'll set a key here. So if I come up here, move my camera around to a different position, anytime I scrub, I'm going to pop back to that keyframe. Okay, now we can go back into our cloner if we want to and maybe expand this or move it a little to match up. Now everything we do, we can do to match up with our camera. So if I want to move these letters back a little bit and spread them out a little bit more, I can do that, okay, based on my camera. Now I also want to change the timeline. I want to have 150 frames. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 150 and then expand it to fill that in. I'm also going to change this to 30 frames a second. And so now when we add our animation, we'll have our timeline here in the animation bar all set, okay? We can just play through it. Well, nothing's animated right now, so nothing is going on. Okay, so we've got our camera set up, we've got the position and the rotation keyed, and then we've got things positioned to the camera, and also we've got our timeline and animation toolbar, animation bar set up as well. So the next thing we want to do is use another cloner to create sort of a letter explosion coming from one single spot. It's going to be kind of cool. So let's take a look at how we can do that using cloners in the next lesson.